Well, I genuinely appreciate it. It's a wonderful opportunity. I love coming into ITMPI and sharing whatever I can share. And today it's about our anchors and our allies. And I want to talk about what I mean by anchors. I want to specifically go to that. And what we're talking about is, well, quite frankly, for a lot of the people around you, particularly in these times, you matter. You matter. You actually do. And the idea of social anchoring, is that everything around you, well, matters. And you've done something already this week that matters. By the way, if you want to participate actively mid-presentation, you don't have to wait. I keep an eye on the chat interface that's available to you in WebEx, so feel free. Anytime you want to answer one of my questions, they're rarely rhetorical, so please feel free to go ahead and do that. But think about this question. It's only Tuesday, and yet you've already done something this week that matters. It matters to all these various people because, well, for one, for most of you, they were expecting it of you. They were. It matters to them. Somebody was expecting a ride to the doctors. You matter. Somebody was expecting that you would react in a particular way to an incident or an episode. You matter. You do matter, and social anchor theory says that when people recognize that the environment around them matters, that they matter, and that they are part of a constant sphere of influence, well, quite frankly, we are all enriched. That's why we want to actually leverage social anchor theory whenever we're trying to manage more effectively. It's important to ask the question, what have you done that matters? You know, it's nice because I have sitting beside me here my dog. I have my dog here. And you know the nice thing about it? To her, I matter. I know that. How do I know that? Because I walk into a room, she lights up. I walk into a room, the tail starts wagging. Yeah, I've been married 37 years. My wife's tail no longer starts wagging when I walk into a room. But at the same time, I know I matter. What you've done that matters is just simply been, well, you. And that's what we're going to talk about with the whole idea behind social anchor theory. Social anchor theory, the whole idea here is that you're going to see the context, the importance of context when it comes to you and your anchors. You're also going to get a sense as to how you can apply for all of this. And when it comes down to anchors, they are indeed the things that make you feel stable, things that make you feel normal. Feeling normal has been really daunting these days. It really has. And for those of you who are logged in early, happen to look at the camera, you might have noticed, and if you've been on any of these things, you know I always wear a tie when I'm doing presentations, always. And yet I was sitting here without a tie. Oh my gosh. And you might think, well, Carl, nobody cares. We're in the middle of COVID. You're lucky to be wearing pants. No, the reality is that you are actually anchored just in the way you dress. I had a conference call yesterday on Zoom with a client, and it was interesting because the one woman who is notorious for being the queen of fashion. Actually, I was stunned because the camera came up and there she was looking, well, fashionable. She was. And it's a Zoom call, for crying out loud. Yet she was trying to basically give everybody what they expected out of her. She was being an anchor. She really was. The more we can do to create that modicum of consistency, the more we recognize how important those anchors are in our day-to-day. Your tone of voice, it's an anchor. And, oh yeah, they even have emojis now of anchors. And we should actually kind of take a moment and take pause and celebrate that, because what an anchor does is it tends to slow things down. In the real world, it does. That's what they're there for on boats. But it's a slowing force, and yet it is a guiding force. It is something that we all like to have in our lives. And I want you to take a moment and think about what anchors exist around you. I can tell you the schedule of my day pretty much like that. Yeah, it's pretty consistent. I get up in the morning around 6:15. I get a shower, shave. I start my day, get all dressed up for the day, whatever the day's events are going to bring. And then I grab my dog and I head to McDonald's after her walk. Yeah, I walk my dog. And these are rituals. These are rites. These are simply the things we do. And yes, if you watch CSI or Criminal Minds or one of those, I'm the guy who would wind up dead because I followed the same routine every single day. Why? Because it is anchoring. Routines anchor us. People anchor us. We anchor ourselves, and it is actually to ours and, well, everyone's advantage. The beauty of social anchor theory is it says when we create within our social circles, and that bubble has gotten real small thanks to COVID, but when we're working with our social anchors, with our common bonds, with our regular circle, they come to expect things of us. And if we reinforce social anchor theory, if we reinforce those social anchors, they like us more. They listen to us more attentively. They pay attention to what we're saying. They actually feel like we are contributing more. Those of you who have been in my presentations before, and I recognize a few of the names, so I know you've been here, and you know something about me. You know I am an anal retentive, clock-watching zealot. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And for those of you who didn't know that, I get an opportunity to place that anchor today. I do, and I'll be doing it at 11:58. That's when I'm going to shut up and hand the baton back over to Wendy. That's when I'm just going to let things go. 11:58 this morning, Eastern Time. That's when I'm going to set you free and give you back to Wendy, let her make her closing remarks. We both say thank you, and then you'll probably be signing off at about, 3, maybe 4 past the hour, unless you have some extensive questions, in which case I'll hang out forever if you like. Social anchor theory says those stronger bonds build what's called social capital. Social capital. I was having a disagreement with my former boss, Ed Phelps, the best boss I ever had. I was having a disagreement with him in his office one day, and I was arguing with him. We really can't go ahead with this approach. And Ed said, no, we are going to go ahead with this approach.
Hi there, hope you enjoyed that last clip. My name is Michael Maludis, and if you'd like to watch the full 60 minutes of that last webcast, while also gaining complete unlimited access to our entire library of IT learning, simply visit our subscribe page at greatpro.org/subscribe. Unlimited annual access is $199 per year, but if you use the coupon code LEARN2EARN, you can drop that membership fee to just $149. That's less than $13 per month for unlimited access to over 1,000 hours of on-demand career development, covering the entire spectrum of IT management best practices, including business analysis and requirements, software development, quality and testing, risk management, process improvement, project management, and even digital transformation. But your membership doesn't just give you unlimited access to our vast learning library. You also get free access to our mobile app, as well as direct access to our network of over 300 of the world's leading IT consultants, all of whom are dedicated to putting practical knowledge at your fingertips so that you can learn more and earn more. I hope you will join me in becoming a member of the Great IT Professional and advancing your career with us. And if you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button above so that you get notified whenever we publish new free webcasts each week of the year. Thank you for your time and best wishes for your continued success.